Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. Today I've got for you another one of my product empties video. If you haven't seen any of these before, I'll link a playlist up above and down below if you want to go and check that out. But I love doing these because I can give you sort of my final thoughts and reviews on products that I've used up, that maybe I've done sort of a first impression of and things like that. And I always like to feature new products because there's no point repeating myself and giving you my thoughts again on a product that I've already shown you. So I've got quite a few makeup products to show you and a couple of body and face things as well. So let's get started. So first up, I wanted to share with you a couple of hair products that I've used up, and the first two are a shampoo and conditioner from the Organics range. Now I have talked about these a ton before, but I've talked about different scents in each product empties video. So this is the last set shampoo and conditioner that I had to use up, and this was from the Brazilian Keratin Smooth range. So it took me quite a while to use up the shampoo, but I used the conditioner really quickly. But I wanted to keep them together to just share my final thoughts on them together. So this was actually my least favourite out of all the scents that I tried. It smelled lovely, it was pretty thick, but it had actually separated in the bottle. I don't know, maybe the keratin that was in it and the shampoo, it kind of separated, and it was sort of part jelly and part cream, if you see what I mean. Anyway, I didn't think this particular one did anything for my hair. It says, what does it say? It says it's supposed to, oh, it says straight. Smooth the cuticles for straight, strong tresses, adding a brilliant glow and luminescent shine. This, yeah, like I said, didn't really do anything. I think actually it was too heavy on my hair. The consistency, it was very thick, and I don't think I would purchase this particular one again. But I do like the Organics range as a whole, and there is particular ones that have become my favourites now I've tried most of the scents. So the other hair product I have for you is actually another shampoo, and this is a mini one from the Charles Worthington range, and this is the Moisture Seal shampoo. Now I used to use the Moisture Seal shampoo and conditioner years and years ago when I was a teenager, and I absolutely used to love the range. I loved the smell more than anything. It really made my hair smell gorgeous after using it. I used to use it sort of more when I was able to start going out at night and things like that and dressing up. I'd use this as sort of my special shampoo and conditioner. But I did try it again a couple of years ago, and the smell didn't smell the same. It just wasn't the same. It wasn't nostalgic or anything. And I did actually buy this, I can't remember why, we went away somewhere or something, and I thought I would give it one more go before I decided whether I liked it or not. And again, it's just not the same as it used to be. The smell, the way it makes my hair feel, it doesn't sort of smell after either. So probably wouldn't repurchase this again. I prefer a lot more of the other shampoos and conditioners on the market. Like I said, I like some of the Organics range and things like that, but I do like trying out different shampoos and conditioners because it's just nice to change it up a bit, because obviously your hair does get used to certain shampoos and conditioners if you do use them a lot. So next on to a few body products, and I have a couple from Victoria's Secret. You know I love my Victoria's Secret body lotions and body sprays as well if you've been watching me for a while. So the first one is this mini travel size, and this is from the Pure Seduction range. I absolutely love this scent. I actually got this as a gift set. It was a present. and I got the body wash, the body lotion and the body spray. I haven't used the spray and the lotion up yet, but I have used the body wash, and I would definitely actually buy this again in a travel size. There's no doubt I would buy the full size because I do love the scent, but the travel size is a really decent size. It's got 125 mils in, so great even if you're going for 2 weeks. But it's just such a beautiful scent, and I would definitely repurchase the body wash again. So the other Victoria's Secret one is from the pink range, and this is the More Pink Shimmer Lotion. Now, I hadn't tried anything from the pink body range because I always tend to go for the Victoria's Secret sort of fantasy scents more, but I thought I would give this a go. But when I started using this, I didn't actually realise this was a shimmer lotion, and if you'd watched a previous product, Empty, I had bought a shimmer lotion. I think it was actually in the Pure Seduction scent, and I found it to be a little bit over shimmery. Maybe when I was back in my teens it was a great look, but it was quite glittery, and this was the same. So I did like the scent on this, but the shimmery aspect was definitely a no-no for me. So I would buy the scent again, but just not in the shimmer formula. The last body product I have is from Soap and Glory, and this is the Breakfast Scrub, and I absolutely loved this. I was on the hunt for it for ages and couldn't find it anywhere. I saw it was really popular and I definitely wanted to check it out, and I wasn't disappointed. I absolutely love the grain of the scrub. It really sort of scrubs your skin up, but it's not too harsh, and it has a lovely maple scent as well. Really beautiful, lovely consistency, and I definitely would repurchase this again. I was using it sort of maybe twice a month, so I did get quite a few months use out of it. I bought it back in Christmas, and obviously it's now April, so say sort of 4 months use, so that is pretty good going, and like I said, I would definitely repurchase this again. I have a few Elizabeth Arden products, so I thought I would feature them all together, and the first one is the Intensive Moisturizing Hand Treatment. I'm sure I've talked about this before, but anyway, I usually get all of these products in a set when I go away. On the plane they usually do sort of lip balm, hand moisturiser and the 8-hour original cream in a set, so I usually buy that because it works out cheaper, and the 8-hour cream lasts for such a long time as well, so you only need a tiny bit. So this is better value for money than buying them all separately. So the hand cream I had been using up, I've been using this when I was going to the gym actually. Absolutely love this hand cream. It's really thick, but it sinks in so quickly and it leaves my hands feeling so smooth and soft. But I wouldn't repurchase this in the full size because it is a lot of money. I think this hand cream's about £25 or something in the full size, which I think is a lot of money for a hand cream. But I would repurchase this in the set again. It's got a lovely citrus smell to it as well. But you know, if you like to buy expensive hand creams, then I would definitely recommend it, but I myself wouldn't purchase it in the full size. So the lip balms are both the same, and they are the 8-hour cream lip protectant stick, and they have SPF 15 in, which is brilliant. Now I was using this not only as a lip balm, but actually as an on-the-go 8-hour cream protectant. So just like the original formula, I would use this maybe if I had a bit of eczema or a spot or anything like that. It's really good for just, like I said, on-the-go touch-ups. These last for absolutely forever. Once you get down to this bottom bit, they just keep going down and down. So you do get quite a lot for your money. But again, I wouldn't purchase this on its own because they are quite expensive. But I would purchase them in the trio pack again. On to a few face products now. So the first one is the La Roche-Posay 50 plus very high protection, and this is a dry touch gel cream. Now if you'd seen my current skincare routine, I'm really into using a really high SPF as my day cream and then using a more sort of concentrated intense one at night. So I started off using this. If you notice, I've been using another one now, but I bought this first because I wanted to try it out. I think it was on offer as well, and I had heard quite a few good things about the sun care range, but I didn't like this particular formula. It was very sort of typical of an SPF face moisturiser. It left like a real sort of ghost white cast to my face, and you could really tell it sort of didn't rub in properly. With regards to the protection, obviously really great, but this formula just wasn't for me, so I wouldn't repurchase this particular tube of SPF lotion. The other skincare item I've used up is from Elemis, and it is their Cellular Recovery Skin Bliss Capsules. Now I absolutely would repurchase these again, but not in the full size because they are really expensive. I would only purchase these if they're on offer or if they're in a gift set or pack. But these are amazing if you want to turbo boost your skincare, maybe if you're having a rough month with your skin, or you've got a special occasion or a holiday to look forward to, then these are great to use a week or a month before. This particular pot is only a week's worth, but what they do is they're sort of a concentrated oil, and there's 2 capsules that you use day and night for that week or month, and there's a pink one that's rose oil, and you use that before your moisturiser in the morning, and then you use the green one, which is a lavender oil, before your moisturiser at night. And this is sort of a system that you just add into your skincare routine, but it definitely makes a difference when I use these. They're just a pleasure to use. They're such sort of a really luxurious product to incorporate, so I would repurchase again, like I said, but not in the full size at the full price. So lastly, I have a few makeup products that I've used up, and I don't tend to feature as many makeup products just because these take ages to use up, but I finally have quite a little collection to show you. So first I'm going to start with a couple of concealers, and one is from Rimmel and one's from Maybelline, so they're both drugstore. So the Rimmel one is the Match Perfection 2-in-1 concealer and highlighter. I unfortunately wouldn't repurchase this particular one again. I have tried out quite a few drugstore concealers, so I can really compare them fairly now. So I did love the formula of this. It was pretty highlighting. It did cover, I'd say it was a light to medium coverage, but I really hated the applicator. This sort of squeezy brush, so you would squeeze it out and it would come out the brush bit. It just wasn't nice to apply. I did sort of squeeze it out, pop it on my hand and then use a brush, but it just wasn't a great sort of way to use it, and I don't find this as good as some of my other concealers like the Collection Lasting Perfection one. I find that more sort of creamy and a little bit more high coverage, which is what I want around this eye area. So unfortunately wouldn't repurchase this one again. And then the other one is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I did actually prefer this more to that Rimmel one. The applicator was great, had a really nice creamy consistency. The only qualm I had when I bought this was it didn't come in very many shades, and I usually opt for a lighter shade because of my paler skin. But the lightest shade was this one, which was 10, and I thought it was very yellowy. I wrote about this on my blog. About this, I reviewed it completely. If you want to go and check it out, I'll pop a link down below. But anyway, the more I use this, I actually enjoyed it being quite yellowy because it did cover up redness and dark circles. The consistency was beautiful and I definitely would repurchase this one again. So onto a foundation, and this is the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua, and I had this in the shade B20. I absolutely love this foundation. It's a really nice alternative to a full coverage if you want something a bit more lightweight. It still covers well, but it's a lot lighter, and just the consistency is just so beautiful and creamy, and oh, it's just a dream to apply. And I'm really sad that I've used this up, but I definitely would repurchase this again despite the price tag. I think it's about £35, but it did last me a good long time, and this has just become one of them holy grail foundations in my makeup bag. I've just realised I have 4 brow products that I've used up. So I will start with this one just because it's standing out the most. This is the NYX Eyebrow Marker in Deep. Now, I reviewed this quite a few months ago, I would say over a year ago. I did initially like this. I liked the fact that it was really natural and it could get into all the sparse areas, but this colour was just really bad. It almost sort of, I don't know what it did, it just turned a bit sort of orange when I put it on, and it just wasn't as brown as I thought it was gonna be. And overall, having tried quite a few different brow products, sort of pomades, pencils, gels and stuff like that, I don't think I would repurchase a marker again. I just prefer a pencil, pomade and powder, to be honest. But if you're after something really light, then definitely go and check this out. Sort of really light and natural looking, but I'd just be aware of the colour options. If you can, I would definitely test it out on your hands and go away and wear it and see what you think of it. But I myself wouldn't repurchase this marker pen again. So this is from Soap and Glory, this brown one, and this is the Archery one, and this had a brow tint and precision shaping pencil. So this actually had a marker on as well. I wouldn't repurchase this double-ended pen again. Again, I did like it to start with, but the marker just sort of dried up. It's got a little bit on. I did like the point of this actually more than the NYX one, but like I said, markers are just not for me. I prefer the other methods of brow application. And then the pencil side was really nice, but then I discovered the skinnier version, so I actually prefer the skinnier pencil as opposed to this. But it was really nice and natural looking, just a bit too thick of a pencil to get in your brows and to make it look nice and sort of small hair strokes, if you see what I mean. So I wouldn't repurchase this double-ended pen again. So speaking of the skinny pencil, I actually have the Archery Soap and Glory one. It's actually all rubbed off, and then I have the Anastasia Browers one, so I might as well compare them both together. So to me, these were absolutely identical. I'll just show you. They both had the spoolie on the end and the really skinny pencil. So the Archery one from Soap and Glory only came in about 2 or 3 shades, and this is a really great one if you're after a more affordable pencil. But I'm going to tell you now, I actually have a NYX one that's identical to this, and that has a better colour selection, but this one goes on better. Anyway, comparing both of these, the Anastasia one and the Soap and Glory one, to be honest, out of all of them, I would repurchase the Anastasia one. For the price, I think you get an amazing colour selection, and this just glides on the most, just effortlessly. It's just really nice. It's just so smooth and easy to work with compared to the drugstore versions. But if you are looking for a more affordable one, then definitely go and check out, I would say, the Archery one. That's a bit more accessible if you live in the UK. But I would, out of these, I would definitely repurchase the Anastasia one and not the Archery one again. So lastly, I have a couple of mascaras, and these are both high-end. And the first one is the Benefit They're Real, and the other one is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. And I'll actually do a comparison on these two and my final thoughts. Now, having bought the Real one a couple of times, I definitely would repurchase this. This is in the black formula. I also have the brown, absolutely love the brown as well. This is actually, I've decided this has become one of my holy grail mascaras. It just does the job. It gives that false lash effect, nice spidery lashes, not too thick. The brush is a bit lethal. I have poked myself in the eye a couple of times. But this is just such a great mascara. It's just really is the perfect mascara. Now, I did purchase this Tarte one because I had it in a mini version, and this reminded me actually of the YSL False Lash Effect mascara. But this dried up really quickly and was actually very thick and didn't give much of a lengthening sort of result. It was more a thickening mascara, and to be honest with the mascara, I want it to do everything all at once, and the Benefit one does that, but this Tarte one doesn't do everything I want it to. So for the price, I would have to mix it with a lengthening mascara, and for me that's not good value for money. So I actually wouldn't repurchase the Tarte one again. I know loads of people love it, but it's just not for me personally. It depends really what you're looking for in a mascara. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and that concludes my product empties video. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful when purchasing products in the future. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter, and also Snapchat as well. I'll put the link down below. And if you missed my last two previous videos, go ahead and click on the picture links and that will take you to that video. Have a wonderful rest of the week guys, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, bye.